We're putting the band back together.
Forget it. No way.
We're on a mission from God.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to be discussing bands. Specifically, I told you I was going to do this. I'm sure you're back just to see this. So, on these, let's take a look at these bands. Okay, the lining, I wouldn't even replace. If this was my car, I wouldn't even replace these because the lining looks good. But customer wants new linings. Customer gets what customer wants. So these are going to come off. This is not the set that came out of the car. The set that came out of the car was in the same condition as this. But so I saved those. I'm going to throw those in my pile. And in order to get 3 of the same type of demountable ears that I had in storage, I grabbed these. These are Ford script. And I don't know who lined these, but you can see here, you can see where it's mushroomed. I mean, they did a good job. They sunk them down in and everything. But that's not how we're going to do it going forward. I believe these are Kevlar, but they're old. Old. So the way they did it was they put the rivet in from this side, but they also cut out and countersank. So this was done on a machine. There's a machine, my grandfather had one, for putting in rivets. I don't have one. It drills it drills through, it countersinks it, you put the thing in and you whack it over. It's a machine, you step on it, there's a pedal you step on to chunk. I don't have one. We gotta do it the hard way. So the first thing we need to do is remove the old lining. I mean, look how nice this is. It's perfectly fine, but we got new ones. And if I just reused the old linings, I wouldn't be able to show you how to do it. So now on this one, I'm going to punch them out. And everybody can pile on me in the comments. You're doing it wrong. I think I need to adjust my punch a little bit here. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the rivet. There we go. Maybe if I turn that down a little bit, take the edge off. Trim over time. Let's see if this one works better. So somebody did a really good job on these. Just not the way I'm going to do them. Don't worry, throwing them on the floor helps. It helps with the process. Now another way you could do this, I'll do one to show you. You can grind that off. Makes it a little easier. I already got that one. Okay, so here we are. The lining's off. I mean, look at this. This it's a shame to throw that away, but look how nice that is. It's oil soaked, but I mean they all are. Okay, next in the process, see, I'm Canadian now. Process. stick the screwdriver in here. Are we getting this on camera? And you go a little bloop, and the ear comes off. This is going to make it easier to get those two rivets in when we go to reline them. This one doesn't come off. We don't have any choice. We're going to have to work around that. But next step is going to be cleaning this up. And I've already done one. So here it is. I'm going to set the ear aside for now. We're going to set this down for now. We've got our new linings. Just to compare with the old linings. I think these are actually thicker than the new ones. Thicker or the same. It's real close. Now all the armchair experts on the computer are going to tell me I'm doing this wrong. I was going for the directions. Special warning. Okay, it says don't use a cutting tool on a lathe to turn your drums. We're not even onto drums yet. Well, let me give you a nice little hug here. Remove all linings and rivets. Clean bands with solvent. Inspect. Okay, we're doing good there. 2x4 can be used. Great advantage. Okay, we'll probably use that. If not, we'll drill them. Place lining on band 3/16 to 1/4 inch beyond the edge of the band. Okay, so what they're saying here, and it's not all like, oh, okay, yeah, it is. Okay, I can see it now. So what they're saying is stick this end 1/4 inch out. This end is irrelevant at this point in time. Now after that, we're going to rivet the one end that's sticking 1/4 inch out. Then, after that, we're going to put the loop up. So the other end is going to have 1/4 inch out. And we're going to rivet that, and then we're going to fill in the middle. Page 4? Yep, there's a page 4 too. Okay, so there it is. Rocky Mountain Machine Company. Rocky Mountains, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High. I don't know why they put these little teeny rivets in there, but they're only good if we run out of these. I used to have buckets of these. Yep. See, here's all the short ones I never used. Just as a backup.
We're putting the band back together.
Okie dokie. I'm going to do this end first, I guess. I'm going to go out just a little bit. Like that. There's a nice place to start right there. We're going to make sure it's square on there. I'm going to take a clamp it in place. I'm going to take another clamp. See how much of a tail we got on the other end? Take another clamp, come back in here just so that I don't accidentally go crooked. Now on these bands, I'm going to take my block of wood, put that in the vise. We're going to re-aim the camera. We'll take our box and flip that around. Use that as a tray so we don't lose the rivets. We're going to take our long rivet, we're going to put it in here. Oh, that piece of wood is just absolutely perfect length. I'm going to put our rivet up. We're going to put it so that the slot is going this way. Everything's got to be done the hard way because we're alone. Nope. squidged off sideways. And I ruined the rivet. Plan B. So for plan B, I'm going to drill a hole. Let's see if that hole helped. I tell you, all right, everybody, I need your pity. I'm having a rough day. That's 2. Something's going on here. I don't even see the hole I drilled. There we go. Okay. We've got a rivet in the hole. First one's always the hardest. Take our board out. I don't even think we need the board. We'll put a punch in here. You ever have one of those days where you just should have stayed in bed? I'm having one of those days. I should have just stayed in bed. Now, punch on rivet. We're going to bend the tabs a little bit. We're going to take our hammer with the pointy thing on the end and try. Okay. That took far too long. Okay, you see what we got here? It's a little hard to see, but we got one tab this way, one tab that way. And I'm actually going to... Very dirty hammer. I'm actually going to flatten them out just a little bit more. Just to make sure. So now we've got one end in per the instrucciones. We're gonna, if I come out here, is it easier for you to see? I'm gonna put a little loop. A little hump in there. Get our extra little 1/4 inch gap going on. We've got our loop. This band is still wet because I painted it and it's sticky. I'm going to go with one clip here. I'm going to go with another clip here just because this has been quite the experience. Now we don't need the punch anymore because we can use this part of the vise. But I do want to put my block back in. just to support this. I guess we could put the clamp on the end. Because I'm going to drill it again. I'm done messing around. Rivet in sideways. Hopefully it goes through. Okay. We got our rivet in. It's sideways. What we can do, this clamp's still holding it. We could also take this tool. If I had a third person, we could whack that, and that would splay them out. But I don't have a third person, so I'm going to go with the screwdriver. Third person, second person, fourth person, whatever. And that's why I'm using this tool, this body hammer. Kind of coax them apart. I'm also going to use the anvil. Use the anvil on the... I'll do the next one that way so you can see. So we've got our loop. We've got our two rivets. It ain't going nowhere now. We've just got to squish that down. Divide the stress equally across the entire band. We're getting there. Okay. This is the only way you can get that absolutely tight to the metal. So we're going to go one more rivet. Put it in sideways. Okay, I felt it sink into the wood a little bit. I'm going to take the screwdriver. I'm actually going to turn this one because it wasn't quite where I wanted it. Side over. The other side over. Back up into the hole, that would be nice. I think I used to use the ball peen. I think I got pretty good with the ball peen back when I was doing this all the time. This is your next rivet. It's in, it's flat, it's centered, it's splayed, mostly that way. I'm going to go to this end. We did two here. We're going to do two up here. Make sure that the lining is centered on the band. I'm going to drill another hole. Take another rivet. Work it into the hole. Another one in. Make sure it's all the way in. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to do on this one. Now there are different types of bands. There's Kevlar, which is this. There's Scandinavian, which I don't think they make anymore. Maybe they do, I'm not sure. Never use them. There's the wood bands. There was a man named Gwyn, I think, that was making wood bands. I'd really like to try a set of those at some point, but I just haven't done it yet. We're going to skip to the other side. Hold on, I got company. We got a delivery! Huh. No signature required this time. I guess my request went through. Okay. Another one in. We have 2 more. Before I do that, I want to make sure that that band is where I want it. Once I lock it down, there's no going back. Go check out the mail after this one. These 2. I'm still hearing noises. Like he's still in the driveway. Okay, so my camera cut off. I don't know when, but I've got the ear back on. It's going to go in. This will be on the passenger side around the transmission. Now I just have 2 more bands to do, and those will be done. I'm going to take this one apart next. And then I'm going to clean them up and paint them. That'll take a little bit to dry, so we're going from this to this. Now, there probably is a question, aren't you supposed to soak these first? Probably. Clearly I don't. And as soon as you fire this motor up, you're not going to stomp on this. You're going to start it up, you're going to let it run, you're going to fiddle with the carburetor, you're going to fiddle with the timing. And then eventually you're going to say, all right, I think it runs okay, let's take it for a ride. And by then, these are already soaked. Because that oil is flying around in there all over the place. These get soaked. You back it to the end of the driveway, you bring it back up into the garage, you adjust the bands, and off you go. See you in 15 years. So that's that. So I'm going to pop these rivets out. We're going to call it a day. Be another, probably, what did that take, an hour? Per band. Show you how the ears come off. In case I didn't already. designed to be done in the car. But you just got to release. There's a little right here. You just got to pick that up enough to go over the edge, and off it comes. Now we can pound the rivets out. We can pound them out in peace. Now, if you're one of the people that tell me I'm doing everything wrong on a certain website, I can't tell you where to go from here, but I think you can guess. It doesn't seem to matter what it is. When humans are involved, there's always one or two that ruins it for everyone. I don't know if these people are just hate-filled, rotten individuals, or if they get their kicks off of making other people unhappy, but it's not a good quality trait to have. There's our band. I'm going to wash that up. I'm going to paint it just because. And I'm going to start this process all over again. So, stay tuned. We're going to be doing rings. We're going to be cutting rings soon. See you in the next one.